JP Fournier of the Movie Jerks here, coming to you on day 23 of Sci-Fi September, the month where I watch a new science fiction film I've never seen every day for the full month. And what do we get for day 23? Well, yesterday we had Last Words. So today we are getting The Flesh Eaters. Oh boy. Okay. An alcoholic actress, her personal assistant, and their pilot are downed on a secluded isle by bad weather, where a renegade Nazi scientist is using ocean life to develop a solvent for human flesh. The tiny flesh-eating sea critters that result certainly give our heroes a run for their money and lives. Okay, so day 23, I am watching The Flesh Eaters. Released in 1964, The Flesh Eaters had multiple cuts released through multiple years. The film's original cut didn't have the Nazi storyline, and it was added into the story upon its 1968 release to drive-in theaters. There are cuts with and without the Nazi experiments that are shown that were considered to be too graphic for some countries.
I'll bet you enjoyed reading about those insane experiments. Packing living men in ice, draining their blood to find the precise threshold of death.
The film is the typical sci-fi monster flick that was popular in the 50s and 60s. This time with tiny flesh-eating mites that, when combined with electricity, make a giant monstrosity. The cast mainly focuses on 5 characters, 1 location, and had a minimal budget. The performances are perfectly campy, with an over-the-top drunk Scarlet, a damsel in distress, an annoying hippie. I make it sound like there's another type of hippie.
Hey, you think maybe they're just kooky?
Our sinister evil scientist, and the heroic lead, played by Byron Sanders.
You mean you're taking that big a chance because of us?
Maybe. It all depends
On what?
on whether or not we all get killed.
Whose voice and delivery reminded me of Bruce Campbell throughout this film.
I said I was sorry, baby, but you know how it is.
Well, that's just what we call pillow talk, baby. That's all.
It's pretty typical for the subgenre, with a goofy-looking monster, a ton of hilarious on-the-nose exposition.
How do you know?
Oh, I would guess that these fish have been destroyed by some microscopic parasite. There's a possibility the same parasite could be transferred to your body if you should touch them.
And the film has gotten a cult following, being as it's one of the first Gore films in history. The direction was heavily guided by storyboarding, as the script was written by a comic book artist, Arnold Drake, giving the direction plenty of deep focus and multi-layered shots. The film does take its time to get us to the main monster reveal at the end, and can sometimes feel like it's dragging its feet to pamper the runtime. The film has found new audiences who rejoice on the cheap effects and campy nature of the tale. It is a fun throwback to bad B-movies of the past, even if it is a bit simplistic. And there you go, day 23 of Sci-Fi September. This time I watched The Flesh Eaters. What other science fiction B-movie monster films do you like from the past? Let us know in the comments section. And if you're curious about other films I am watching this month, be sure to hit the subscribe button below. And for other information about the Movie Jerks, you can go to www.themoviejerks.ca.